Almost every athlete grows up wanting to play professional sports, but according to the NCAA, out of 8 million high school athletes, only 480,000 make it to college athletics, and only 2% make it to the pros. Baseball leads the way with 11.6% of college athletes making it to the show. But what happens when you want to keep your dream alive but don't make it to affiliated ball? Well, I had a chance to find out with the help of the Long Island Ducks and the Somerset Patriots. The players enjoy playing the game and they just want to keep their chances alive.
You know, I mean, I've always dreamed about playing professionally, and you know, with the competition level here, I mean, you know, this is independent ball, but at the same time, you have to understand that this is double-A, triple-A talent. You know, I mean, these guys know what they're doing, and you know, the talent base it's very heavy here, and everybody's a good player here that has the opportunity to play in affiliated.
Independent League Baseball is technically still professional baseball, but the catch is teams are not linked to any professional teams. The Independent League is the lowest tier of professional baseball and is often a place where veterans who are still trying to hang on and rookies who are just starting out end up.
I mean, as far as independent ball goes, I mean, it's just, you know, it's still professional baseball. You play 140 games and, you know, it's a grind, but when you love it and you have passion, you know, I guess passion trumps logic. So you know what? You just have passion to play the game. Go out there, do what you can. You know, just keep grinding out there and, you know, things will work out.
Independent League Baseball players spend majority of their time at the field, traveling for games, or training to get better. The rest of their time, they are just trying to get some rest and spend time with their family and friends.
Well, I usually wake up around 10 or 11, try to get some breakfast, kind of hang out, relax a little bit at the house, and go to the ballpark. Try to get a few swings in early before batting practice, come out for batting practice, go in, relax a little bit. And basically just spend about an hour or so getting ready for the game, getting dressed, going through our routines, play the game, last 3 hours, get something to eat afterwards. I generally try to get a workout in after the game, so that'll last, you know, 45 minutes to an hour. Then after that, shower up, get home and try to get some sleep.
Say for pitchers, for example, stretch time is 2:45. So a lot of guys get here around 1:30, do what they need to do to be ready to stretch. The pitchers will go through their throwing program, their conditioning, mound work, whether they have bullpens or not that particular day. Then BP starts at around 3:30. Goes from like 3:30 to 4:30, and then we have about an hour and a half in the locker room after, while the other team takes BP just to relax, go over scouting reports, eat, and then get ready for the game. It starts usually at 6:35.
While playing baseball may sound like a luxurious life and a dream to many, there are still sacrifices these players make in order to keep their dream alive.
Well, it's the same as with any kind of professional baseball. You make sacrifices on time and the amount of money you make. You know, it's people always think it's very glamorous, and I mean, technically it's a lot of fun, it's a lot of work, but they don't understand the amount of hours that you put in. You know, how early you have to be at the field, and games going, you know, extra innings. It could be, you know, you could be at the field 10 hours one day. Next day you got to show up again, and it's a grind. You got so many games in a season, you know, so you get one day off every 3 weeks or something like that. So it becomes like more of a grind. So you sacrifice a lot of time, and you sacrifice some on the financial side also.
Well, for me, you know, there really isn't much of a life. You know, we're here pretty much every day. And, you know, when we're home, usually in bed or just trying to cool down. You know, every once in a while we'll get off days. You know, some guys like to go to the beach. Some guys want to go into the city and hang out. You know, and really, you know, the off days are just trying to relax, trying to kind of escape from the game for a little bit, if you will.
You know, there's sacrifices along the way as far as family time. You know, you're away from your family for 6 months. I mean, you look at guys in the clubhouse, you know, that have kids, have wives, you know, and how they're able to handle themselves, in the clubhouse professionally as a baseball player, and then they go home and be a dad or be a husband, be a boyfriend. It's just it's a lot of sacrifice along the way, but it's the dream is the dream, and it's a tough road, but it's you gotta live the dream and dream to live.
Off days, usually for me, I get to spend with my family and friends, which is fortunate. A lot of these guys, don't have their families and their friends as close. So a lot of guys usually just hang out with each other, usually take it easy. I mean, we play 6 days a week. I know now we're not going to have an off day until the middle of July. So usually it's just relaxing, trying to get out of the routine a little bit.
The salary. I mean, it's for me. I mean, I don't have a wife. I don't have kids, so it's not as hard for me. But a lot of guys, our salary isn't as high as the guys in affiliated ball. So they're making sacrifices because you have a wife, you have a kid, and if they don't have a good job, they're having to figure out a way to pay for they got mortgages, they got stuff to pay for the children and stuff like that. So being here, you definitely have to have a wife that's understandable and lets you come out and play.
Yeah, the salary is lower, but at the same time, you don't get paid in the off season, even if you're in AAA. So the money that you make during the season, for the most part, if you didn't sign for a large signing bonus, you can't really live off the money that you make for those 5 months during the season. So most guys, if they're in AAA or where they're playing independent ball, they're going to have a job.
Even though their salaries may be low and most of their time is devoted to the game of baseball, they are still doing what they love, and independent league baseball has helped them grow as a person.
Well, I think it's helped me grow a lot as a leader. When I came in here, I was one of the younger guys on the team, and they had a lot of faith in me to keep on bringing me back year after year, and I began to grow a lot. I've gained a lot of experience. I've grown a lot as a leader, and I think that's helped me to help develop some of the younger players coming into this league and kind of letting them know kind of what playing this game's all about, what this league's all about, what this team's all about. And I think that's really helped shape me. Being on the Ducks for 7 years now kind of helped shape me to become a good leader.
Well, it's just a place like Somerset that's so special, and you got to be. You're a better person than you are a baseball player. Or presumably so. It's just that you have to have good character. And that's what every guy has in here. So, you kind of have understanding that this is what happens in independent ball. There's a lot of turnover, but the guy that comes and signs in, you already know off the bat they're just a good guy, they have good character. Plus, this is like a brotherhood and fraternity. A bunch of guys in this team that play with guys, on other teams. So it's kind of like a homecoming, for guys, to come and either play against each other or play with each other.
Oh, it's it becomes a thing that's fun. A lot of times when you're playing in organized ball, it becomes more of a drag. You have people that they have to play because they're this draft pick, or even though you're better, you may not get as much playing time. Here, if you're good, you play. It's a loose atmosphere, everybody has fun. It's more like a family type atmosphere.
When the players forget the game of baseball is supposed to be fun, that's when they start to struggle on the field.
Make sure you're having fun. You can't go out there, have every at-bat or every pitch thinking, I got to do this in order to get picked up. You got to go out there and have fun and let everything else take care of itself.
Again, some advice I could give to high school players is don't put too much pressure on yourself, because especially a game like this, baseball is a game of failure. If you put a lot of pressure on yourself, you're going to fail in this game, and that tends to have a negative effect if you're putting a lot of pressure on yourself.
I've seen a lot of guys go out there and think, I got to hit a home run so I get picked up, or I got to strike these guys out so I can get picked up, and they get so caught up in worrying about getting picked up, they're not having fun, and then their kind of numbers kind of diminish and go down. So I would just say, just while you're playing, and as long as you're staying healthy and you can play, just have fun and enjoy yourself.
The goal is to make it to an affiliated team, and eventually to the show. But if that does not happen, then there is always a league that is fun to play and will give you a chance to keep your dream alive.
Just keep working hard. Keep enjoying the game, playing hard, and never give up. That's the thing. This is a league where, you get a second chance. A lot of these guys have been in organized baseball. Some guys have been in the big league. So the goal is to either get back to organized or get picked up in an international league. But the thing is, they never give up. They enjoy the game, they keep playing, keep working hard, and you never know what's going to happen.
Hopefully you make it to the major leagues, but if not, there's the Long Island Ducks and a ton of other professional organizations that are always looking for players that get released And it's a second chance or a first chance, for guys to, have a chance to get back into or segue themselves into professional baseball.
You know what? You got air and opportunity. Two things you always have in front of you. And you'd rather have an opportunity and be prepared for an opportunity, not have one, than have an opportunity, not be prepared. So, if you want to chase your dream, go do it. Dream big as you want, and shoot for the stars, land on the moon.